As gorgeous as our x-axis may look at the moment, it will remain completely useless until we mount it in the final gantry axis, the y-axis. It took me a while to decide on how I was going to prop up the x-axis into its side legs. Should they be at an angle or should they be straight? After looking for inspiration for a little while and checking out what materials I had available, I decided to go with a straight frame made out of simple extrusions. The extrusions in question are 40mm squared, and for this part of the project decided to reuse some of the old stock I have been piling up for well over a decade. Since this came from some sort of industrial construct, they had some existing features I could reuse. For example, the long pieces were already threaded for M8 1.25 thread pitch, and the short pieces had existing holes at exactly the right place. What I didn't have to complete was to open up a cavity for the 8mm socket screw cap. Piece of cake on the mill. Do want to point out that, as you may already know, with extrusions there is about 500 billion ways to attach the extruded elements. You can use brackets, such as the ones portrayed here, although for this particular case only the small ones would have worked. So many ways to attach extrusions, which is precisely why they are commonly used on industrial equipment. Two of these frames were built to basically identical proportions. So how do we attach the x-axis into these legs? A simple plate with many holes was devised and cut on the laser. Once again, the laser came to the rescue as a very simple mistake was made. Notice how the stepper mount holes are too close to the border and the extrusion would have impacted them. Since for this to work you need to do both plates at the same time, I will continue with the wooden versions until I have more data. Something that concerns me at the moment is that I am holding the entire x-axis to the plate with 4 paltry and 5 screws. That seems to me is not going to work well, but want to see where the reinforcement will be required once the entire machine is complete. But there you go, now that the x-axis is propped up into its side legs, we can start working on the y-axis, which will be coming up next. I want to thank you for tuning into my YouTube channel, and I'll be seeing you on the next one.